My name's Sean Canavan. I come to the forum, I'd say about once every month or two. I'm from Derry, so it's easily got to. I find that the access to it is great, and there's a lot of good shows. So with an audio-described show, what would happen is that whenever someone comes in the front door of the forum here, they get their tickets and they'd head over to a desk on the same floor as the reception area, and at that point they'd be given a headset and a little device which allows them to control the volume. Then they go down to their seat, and just before the show begins, usually about 10 or 15 minutes beforehand, there would be someone would actually be using the audio description headset, and they'd be telling them what's about to happen in the show. You get a bit of dialogue about the story of the show, as well as the clothes that are being worn, as well as the way the set works. And they'd also get sent that on an email before the show, so they can read that and be a bit more familiar with what's about to happen. Then in the show they get the various cues on stage and things happening on the stage introduced to them and told them what's happening. And then at the end, whenever they're leaving again, they just go back to the same desk and give the headset back. So as a result, it's a very easy process, and it's again lets you know what's happening on stage and other things that are happening. So whenever I'm with my wife watching a show, sometimes I would tell her something and she'd turn around to me and say, "How did you know that?" Because I just got told an audio description. So I know more than her. In the Millennium Forum and in the cinema as well, there's a facility whereby people who are disabled can come in with their friend, partner, whoever, and the other person comes in free. So as a result, in effect, it's 2 tickets for the price of 1. That means we can go out and be more sociable, we can meet people, we can, for want of a better phrase, live a perfectly normal life with the help of others around us. And in the context of audio-described cinema and audio-described shows in the forum here, I would usually go with other people, not only my wife, but friends who might also be blind, and it's a very sociable thing rather than being in the house and watching TV. Much better to get out and about. Audio-described performances are vital, I think, for people who are blind and visually impaired. It depends on the nature of the show, but generally it's really important to have audio description in the show, because it allows someone who's blind or visually impaired to be able to understand what's happening on the stage. So it takes a while for me to understand and relate different voices together. So once the audio description says Fred has come into the room and he's going towards Sean with an angry look on his face, and I know something's about to happen of interest. Whereas otherwise, I would just, at the start of a show, I would just understand that people are talking and I wouldn't understand the context of what they're doing. So audio description is a great thing. It makes it just more enjoyable, and I feel more included as a result of it. In order to make venues more accessible to people who are disabled in general, one of the first things, to be honest, is the staff in the venue. I've found that in the forum and in Derry in general, people are very welcoming in venues towards people who are disabled. They'll give them a hand, they'll chat to them, they'll help them about. And as someone who's disabled, I find that if I can get someone to give me a helping hand, that makes the whole experience of being out socially so much easier. In the forum, we have very welcoming staff. They're even in a ring and get a ticket these days, the staff on the telephone know who I am, and they say, Sean, we've got you in as our access program member, therefore you remember you can get a ticket free if you want to bring someone, and that's just fantastic. And in the forum here we have lifts to get me around and about, so I don't have to go up and down the stairs, and there's disabled toilets and normal things like that, which, to be honest, do make a big difference to the whole experience of going out and about. More of those types of things would be great in other venues.